afternoon and welcome to the Gallery TV News Update. I am Titilayo Olamide. And here are the reports for the afternoon. Federal government reintroduces COVID-19 restrictions, shuts bars, recreation centers, limits public gatherings. The federal government has reintroduced COVID-19 restrictions across all 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory (FCT). This new directive is to take effect by midnight of Tuesday. A member of the Presidential Steering Committee (PSC) on COVID-19, Dr. Mukhtar Mohammed, declared. Mohammed Wills, the head of Technical Secretariat of PSC, made the announcement while briefing reporters on Monday in Abuja. With the restrictions imposed, mass gatherings in public space have been restricted to 50 people at any given time. Access to government institutions will also be denied to anyone not wearing a face mask, while government meetings and travels have been limited to virtual platform. According to Mohammed, the government has directed that bars and nightclubs should remain closed and the nationwide curfew would be in force until further notice. He added that only essential international travels will be encouraged and all existing protocols must be strictly adhered to. The PSC member, however, stated that there was no limitations to interstate travel. On his part, the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, SGF, Mr. Boss Mustafa, said returning foreign passengers who fled the quarantine facilities and violated the compulsory requirements would not go unpunished. He noted that the committee has received reports that some persons who recently returned to the country violated the mandatory quarantine requirements under the advisory by escaping from the facilities. Mustafa, who is also the PSC chairman, condemned the violation of the nation's laws and hospitality, noting that the committee was awaiting the report of ongoing investigations and would impose appropriate sanctions on the violators. He revealed that the PSC had considered several preemptive measures to be taken to mitigate the likely impact of the variants of COVID-19 should they get imported into Nigeria. The SGF explained that the step became important in view of fragile state of nation's health systems and the disruption to the delivery of vaccines and the lack of compliance with the extant public health measures and social measures contained in Corona Disease Health Protection Regulations 2021. According to him, it is imperative to reinstitute the various public health measures that were put in place under the Health Protection Regulations. Plus, and on insecurity matters in the country, Akwa Ibom government donates 60 million naira to slain officers' families. The governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, on Monday donated the sum of 60 million naira to the families of security officers killed in recent attacks by gunmen. No fewer than 15 security operatives have been killed in the last 3 months in coordinated attacks against security operatives in the state. Governor Emmanuel made the announcement in Uyo when he paid a condolence visit to the command, condemned in strong terms the recent killings in the state and urged the command to rise to occasion by containing the challenge. He said, I quote, "As a government, we condemn these senseless attacks and killing of security operatives in our state. I urge the command to rise to the occasion of containing the challenge," Emmanuel said. And still on the news, reject politicians who lure you with food in 2021, says cleric, tells Nigeria. Ahead of the 2023 general elections, the national president of the Apostolic Church, Nigeria, Apostle Samson Igwe, has advised Nigerians not to allow themselves to be lured by politicians with food items like rice, stockfish, and other material gifts. Igwe stressed that Nigerians must look for people of integrity who are committed to render selfless service for the good and progress of the country, noting that politicians who lure voters with gifts always forget them when they get to power. He made the assertion while addressing a media briefing this weekend at the Apostolic Church Headquarters Auditorium, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, as part of activities marking the presidential tour of the state's territory. The cleric, who described the worsening insecurity in the country, however, expressed the hope that Nigerians would soon get over the challenge. He called on Nigerians to be security conscious, adding, "Insecurity will end, but we have the power, we have to play our own roles. We have to sit down as security men and women. Security men are not everywhere, neither are they gods. They act on information they have that is given to them. Look at the situation where over 100 hoodlums will enter into a village and kidnap up to 300 students and carry them away, and nobody sees them again." And with this, we move to the foreign scene. US approves Biotech Pfizer's vaccine for children aged 12 to 15. The US Food and Drug Administration (FDA) on Monday said it expanded the emergency use authorization for the use of the Biotech Pfizer coronavirus vaccination to include children and adolescents aged 12 to 15. The vaccine by German vaccine maker Biotech and its US partner Pfizer had previously only been approved in the country for people aged 16 and older. Acting FDA Commissioner Janet Woodcock called the expansion a significant step in the fight against COVID-19 pandemic. Today's actions allows for younger population to be protected from COVID-19, bringing us closer to returning to a sense of normalcy and to ending the pandemic, Woodcock said in a statement. The acting commissioner said the agency undertook a rigorous and thorough review of all available data before issuing the extension. Some 1.5 million COVID-19 cases in individuals 11 to 17 years of age have been reported to the country's Center for Disease Control and Prevention (CDC) since the beginning of the pandemic. This is a promising development in our fight against the virus. If you are a parent who wants to protect your child, or a teenager who is interested in getting vaccinated, today's decision is a step closer to that goal, US President Joe Biden said in a statement. The light at the end of the tunnel is growing, and today it's got a little brighter, the president said. Some 58% of all adults in the country have received at least a first dose of a coronavirus vaccine, while about 44% of over 18s are already fully vaccinated. According to CDC figures, among high-risk group of those aged 65 and older, 83% have had the first dose and 71% are fully vaccinated. Since the start of the vaccine drive in mid-December, a total of 261 million doses have been administered in the USA, which has a population of 330 million. The US has recorded some 32.5 million cases of COVID-19 and almost 580,000 deaths, according to the CDC, both world-leading figures. And now we move to entertainment news. Ebuka Obi Uchendu to host BB Naija Season 6. Popular Nigerian TV host Ebuka Obi Uchendu has revealed that he would return as the host of Big Brother Naija Season 6 reality television show. He shared the news on his verified Instagram page by posting a picture of himself looking dapper in a suit and wrote in the caption section, "Well, guess who's returning as the host of the next season of #BBNaija. Let's go again, guys." Big Brother Naija, formerly known as Big Brother Nigeria, is a reality competition television series based on the Big Brother television's franchise. The show began to air in Nigeria on March 5th, 2006, and its main presenters were Olise Adibwa and Mitchell Dede. However, the show was put on hold to January 22, 2017. When it resurfaced, Obi Uchendu, who was a contestant in the maiden edition, became the host of the show. He holds the position to date. Meanwhile, a few weeks ago, a Twitter user suggested that Obi Uchendu be replaced with Frank Edoho. an established presenter who hosted the popular TV game show Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for 13 years. The suggestion sparked a debate, especially on Twitter. The popular reality TV show has topped previous seasons as its organizers, MultiChoice, announced a grand prize of 90 million naira for current season. And now on sport news. LMC frustrating private clubs, Uba. Chairman of Nigerian Professional Football League side FC Ifeanyi Uba, Chukwu Uba, says the league management company is frustrating the efforts of private clubs in the league. Uba spoke with the Punch after match officials awarded visitors MFM FC the maximum points in their match day 20 fixture after host Ifeanyi Uba didn't show up for Sunday's encounter, which was scheduled for Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium in Enugu by 2 p.m. Uba said that there was no communication from LMC informing them that the game was in Enugu. He said, in quotes, "I don't know about the 3 points they awarded to MFM because we have not played. We were already in our stadium here in Nnewi and there was no directive for us to go to Enugu." He accused the LMC of not giving the club fair hearing. In quotes, "We apprehended the fan who assaulted the referee and handed him over to the match commissioner, but the match commissioner released him after he pleaded. We did our part by apprehending the culprits, but the LMC didn't give us fair hearing and took their decision," Uba added. And with this, we've come to the end of the Gallery News Bulletin this hour. I am Titilayo Olamide. Don't forget to join us by 4 p.m. for yet another update. Thanks for watching. Do have a lovely day.
In life, you can never be too sure who to trust. This is the story of Mrs. Ungazi. Mrs. Ungazi just wants to use the ATM.
Good afternoon, Mama. Let me help you out to your withdrawal. You don't need to stress yourself.
Thank you, but I can handle it myself.
The man is just being kind, right? He just wants to help, right? Wrong. All he needs is a good look at the pin. Will he succeed?
I want my IG fans. I say, sorry.
Do not share your card PIN with anyone. Keep your account information private and ensure no one is watching you while you enter your PIN. UBA, Africa's global bank.